Hi guys, it's Misty from the Book Rat, and today we are going to do a September/fall-ish TBR. It's been a while since I've done a TBR, mostly because this year has been dedicated to reading whatever the hell I want, and not to reading things that I have to read because they were review copies or because I've set myself some kind of challenge or something like that. Every now and then I just need to do that and kind of have a cleanse, and then once I feel like I've glutted myself on all of this nonsense, then I can kind of go back to planning things a little bit, which is kind of needed right now because I've gotten some books in the mail recently, either that I have agreed to review or they were just sent to me that I think look cool, and I want to make a priority to read them, and also just to read physical books because I've been reading basically this entire year romance on my phone, and all of the lovely pages have just been neglected in favor of swipes. You know, it's not the same. So here are some of the things that I'm thinking about reading or intending to read this September, and kind of a little bit on into fall, because, you know, September 1st hits and you start feeling a little spoopy, and I'm feeling spoopy, so I'm ready for those books. In the definitely reading pile, and I've actually already started this one a little bit, is The Liar's Daughter by Megan Cooley-Peterson. Now, everything that you're going to see in this TBR is kind of a spoiler for a couple of haul videos that I have going up. I recorded one right before Austin in August and just didn't have a chance before the craziness hit to edit it and get it up, and then in the meantime more things showed up and I had enough to make another haul, which I just recorded a couple days ago. So, spoilers. Everything you're going to see today is going to be one of those hauls, and I'll talk about it more there. But this one is about a girl who's raised in a cult. She didn't realize that it was a cult, and so it's kind of a before and after, alternates back and forth, of her experiences then and her experiences now coming out of it. Of course the battery is dying. Why wouldn't the battery be dying on the very first book? Anyway, this comes out this month, and I'm going to read it. See what we can get through. The next one is Among the Fallen by Virginia Frances Schwartz. It's a hard name to say. Virginia. This one is a historical about a woman who, or a girl, teenage girl, who is sent to a home for fallen women, and it deals with kind of Dickens and the changing social commentary and philanthropy of the time, and also the way that these girls were treated, and it just sounds really good, and comes out in October? Sometime? October 8th. I also for sure will be reading Work for It by Talia Hibbert. This one is a contemporary romance. I don't recall when this one comes out. I am a fan of her, but quite a lot. She writes some of my favorite contemporary romance. They're just great, funny, diverse contemporary romance, and this, as far as I know, is her first romance. And it was sent to me. I'm on her influencer list now, which is very exciting because I love her books and I want to read all of them as soon as I possibly can. So that one will be read this month, and in fact, I'm halfway through it. The other thing that will definitely be read this month, because I know myself, is Never Judge a Lady by Her Cover by Sarah MacLean, and that is because I've read the first 3 books in that series in pretty short succession recently, and I know who the 4th character is. I've known, because I read the books out of order, I've known that there was a secret that this 4th main character has, and I've been wanting to get to it, and I found out the other day that the audiobook is available on Hoopla, so that will be my audio listen this month. Then on to some things that will likely be read this month, if not very early next month. The first is Cursed by Frank Miller and Thomas Wheeler. This one comes out in October and is a retelling of The Lady of the Lake, so I'm very excited about that. And I may read Surprise Lily by Sherelle Byers-Morinville. This is a middle grade book that was just sent to me by Holiday House, and I hadn't heard of it, but I'm very excited for it. First of all, this cover is always going to win me over and make me intrigued and want to know what the story is about, but what makes me more intrigued is it's a lineage story, a female lineage story, and I've talked about it before. That's my candy. Like, I am in it. I want to know, especially for a middle grade one. I'm really curious to see the tack that takes, I guess, so I will likely be digging into this one as soon as I can. It comes out in October. And then on to the spoopiness. Now these are just kind of potentials, and there are lots on my shelves. I might go through and make a TBR entirely for them when we hit October, but what I'm thinking now is Heartwood Box by Anna Guerre. This one sounds really creepy and like it's gonna kind of get under your skin, and I'm all about that. When we hit those cold fall days, like, bring it. I want it all. Just give it to me. And the other one is The Whisper Band by Alex North, which again sounds really, really creepy. And make sure that you watch the haul video that includes this one, because this came with something that I opened live on camera, and oh my god, it just gave me chills thinking about it. Yeah, this one definitely got me in the mood for those creepy October, Halloween, make your skin crawl reads. So it's likely. I don't know if I'll get to it this month because that's a kind of ridiculous pile, but it's a potential for sure. Somehow we've made it through this entire video without the battery dying, so it's probably going to die in my outro, but that is the kind of plan for now. Those are the maybes for my September on into fall TBR. I'm at a kind of wanting to do everything crossroads right now, so even though I've picked these, there are other parts of me that are like, but I also want to do this, and I also want to do this, and maybe I can do this theme, and I should definitely talk about these books, and I want to reread that thing. So it's all a little scattered and up in the air right now, so I guess we'll see. But that's kind of the tentative plan. That's the maybes and probablys, and I'm looking forward to them. However, they're almost all physical books, and as I've said, most of this year I've been reading digitally on my phone, and it's going to be a shift, especially because I tend to read at night with the lights off. So reminding myself to pick up these actual physical books and not just go the lazy route and start the next thing on my phone, that's going to be the real test, and we'll see how this goes. Let me know what you think of the books that I am possibly reading this month, and if you have read or want to read them, and also let me know what you're planning on reading, and if you're starting to get into that like Halloween vibes mode, what you're thinking you want to read this year, or if you have recommendations of what I should read this year. And as I said, keep an eye out for not one but two lengthy hauls. After the better part of a year of not taking review books on, suddenly I have a whole lot of things that have built up, and yeah, it's time to dig in. So keep an eye out, but thank you guys for watching, and of course, happy reading. It would be really remiss of me to end this video when certain somebody is sitting right next to me and not share him with you, because I know that you guys feel about him the way I feel about him. Come here, my baby. Look, it's Kimba. It's been ages since you guys have seen him, because this one, Cat Sonova, tends to steal the show. Look, tell the people hi. Tell the people hi, buddy. Oh, I know it. Him and Cat Sonova aren't speaking to each other right now, because Cat Sonova has decided that sneak attacks are the funnest thing that he's ever discovered. And so he's doing it a lot to Kimba, who has a high startle factor and does not like sneak attacks.